Taurus, hey, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Taurus. Happy birthday season. I hope you're having a fabulous season. I hope you're feeling loved and celebrated and supported and honored in all the right ways. I am very thankful for Taurus season this year. There's been a lot of water element heightened in the astrology. We have a cluster of planets in Pisces, Saturn, the North Node, Venus, a little Neptune in there, Mercury's since gone away. But it's really forcing us to look at relationships, relationship dynamics, and it's bringing up a lot of things that have been triggering us emotionally, right? Emotionally, mentally, physically to some capacity, or we're seeing some of that aggression come out physically. As we've been moving into Taurus season, we've been gaining in the fire element, ironically. There is a lot of earth coming in, which I think is helping soak up that water, that emotion. But the fire is helping us actually put our money where our mouth is, right? Put words into action, do the work that is not easy, that's not comfortable. But honestly, we're kind of left with no other solutions, right? Because it's highlighting people, situations that are willing to work with us and what is not. And specifically because Pluto is in Aquarius. It just moved into Aquarius back in November, and now it's about to go retrograde on May 4th, retrograde until October. So the things that do need changing, the things that do need attention are definitely going to be highlighted. That's why I like to start off with these energy cleansings. Set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any blocks, limitations that we might be coming into. It's a great time to set your own intention as well, Taurus, especially if you have come into this reading with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing, wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, where it's headed, how it's faring for you, etc., definitely hit me up. Or if you are just looking for more of a rebalancing of mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're in that space of being aligned with self, that is where we find our happiness. That is where we find our fulfillment, i.e. we're manifesting the abundance that we all want and that we all deserve, right? Like we deserve to live a happy life. So with that in mind, all the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. I would be honored to help support in whatever way possible. Definitely hit me up. All right, Taurus, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, uncertainties, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama Love. Amen. All right, Taurus. So I am here, like how I was kind of talking about that fire element enlivening. I'm feeling like you are getting really motivated to do something. This is something I feel like it has been on your mind for quite some time, but it's been always like lingering in the background. And I kind of feel like once upon a time, you didn't even think it was going to be a reality. But there's something within you right now that like, I don't know, it's a burning passion is what I'm hearing. Like this is just something that you can't get your mind off of, whether you're like just thinking every nook and cranny through of how you can make this happen or whatever. Maybe it's a relationship that you're trying to figure out, trying to understand, that you want connection with, etc. I don't know. There's a lot of like things up in the air that like, I feel like you're taking a fine-tooth comb. You're coming into some stress and it feels like on the regular, or like maybe like the approach has just been a little bit off base, not in a negative way. I'm not harping on you by saying that. Actually, Aries got the same card in the same position. But there's just this energy of like you putting time, energy into something, and it's not going in the right direction, or you're feeling really overwhelmed by something. Overwhelmed by like something that's up and coming, something that you have on the horizon, something that you want to change. I feel, again, like you feel more impassioned to make this change, where again, maybe you were holding off in the past, but it's coming because of the stress that you've been feeling. It's coming because you're finally at this point where you've been withholding yourself from something, and you don't want to do that anymore, right? Like I feel like you were, trying to convince yourself, trying to talk yourself out of it. But it's really, there's other people at play. There's other people, relationships that are feeding into this, that are feeding into maybe like your fears, maybe your doubts as well. We're just coming off of a new moon in Taurus, which is all about setting new intentions or revamping intentions that haven't really been working. So this week is a really good week for you to kind of think some of those things through. It does look like either you're planning something or you're going to be participating in an event and something that feels like a lot of fun. It feels like, I don't know, my birthday party, duh. Sorry. But yeah, it looks like you are doing some celebrating this week with the garden card. But again, I'm getting this vibe of you doing it differently. And someone's a little like confused, right? Like you're not engaging with a certain energy anymore, or you're just choosing to kind of do your own thing, honor your heart, your mind, your soul. We have the 10 of Pentacles, so focused on family. You coming in as the Empress is really just talking about how like you're good with keeping things good, right? You want this celebration to be a good thing, or it doesn't even have to be your birthday party. This can just be like, I'm making sure that in my environment, I am surrounding myself with people, with situations that just make me feel like I am the person that I know I am, right? The best version of myself or whatever, right? Like you just want to feel good in who you are and what you've done and what you've built. And it's throwing someone off. I don't know if this is because you are making different choices that they don't really like, or maybe leaving someone out is also what I'm hearing. And it's, like I said, it's forcing someone to, like, they don't like it, and I feel like you are going to get a little bit of backlash from this. And that's kind of where some of this stress is coming out of. And again, this goes back to the people, the situations that are not really supporting you, supporting like this thing that you want, right? Like something that you've been wanting for a minute, and like finally getting some courage to do something about, right? And it's because like you need to make this change. There's a lot of major arcana on the board. So it's big change, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Not as much for you, because like this, you've been sitting on this for quite some time, right? Like whatever you've been doing to date, you've made necessary changes. You've kind of like orchestrated, put yourself in this way where you're like vibing in a very empowered way. Like you have your shit together. And I love the Empress. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck. Taurus and Libra do rule the Empress. And so it's this value again of just like having everything in its right place and not letting anything come in to disturb that. And part of that means you are doing things differently. We're getting double confirmation on this ending energy. It's endings and it's rebirth. But I think it's the beginning of something that's really good. It might not be so easy to move through it this week. Like I said, it does look like someone or something doesn't doesn't understand. They don't understand and they're feeling offended. Either they're taking something personally that's not even like theirs to take on, or they just don't like it. And so they're going to challenge you, right? They're going to challenge you. And it is going to be a little bit of a fight, but I also kind of just see you like standing your ground, or like, I'm not going to participate in this BS, right? And it's actually making it harder for this person. Well, no, it's not. It's like, I'm just not going to feed into the energy. That's how your energy is coming through, or that's kind of like what your energy is saying. And it forces them, throw your temper tantrum, be mad at me, do what you got to do, and then let's move on, right? I think some of the, and honestly, as I'm saying this, it's like this has been, again, a huge reason as to why you've kind of held off. But what I love about you, Taurus, is you are good. You just honoring yourself this week and saying, this works for me, this doesn't, putting up those boundaries. I feel like this is someone close to you, either someone you have to deal with on the regular, or someone who believes they have this level of say-so in your life. And you standing up for yourself, you kind of holding your ground, using a little bit of that stubborn energy, even though, well, actually you're kind of fine to do it because you're so over this. That's what I'm hearing. Like you're so over something and you're ready for that change. You've actually been ready for this change for a long time, i.e., yeah, I love this, party time, whoop, whoop, i.e., like why you're just not even engaging, right? Someone doesn't get it. Maybe they haven't been in the quote unquote planning stages, or they're feeling a little bit bamboozled, but you're just like, again, I want things to be good. It's my party and I can cry if I want to. No, I don't see any tears for fears with you, Taurus, but I do see like, you're just like, this is my time, you know, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And again, like, I feel like you're being empathetic, but some of this is, a lot of the fear is the monkey mind. It's fear that this person's situation is kind of provoking within you, that I feel like, again, has kind of been doing that for quite some time, and you're used to giving that power to them, or maybe listening to what they say, believing them, etc., and actually going your own way. This is a lot about like you trusting in you, right? You trusting in your instincts and what you think and what you feel, and not letting the fear and the anxiety get the best of you, and letting go, right? Letting go, surrendering, allowing things to work out, because it is pushing towards new beginnings. And the stork is often a symbolism of something good coming in. It's something good coming in because, again, you are choosing to honor yourself. And that's all this is about right now. Like I talked about, Pluto's about to go into retrograde. So I feel like before it does, we have the opportunity to lay the groundwork, to make necessary changes so that that stuff is already up and running as we're moving through Pluto retrograde. If we don't, if we're kind of resistant or like whatever, it's a little bit more like gonna be kind of annoying, right? Like, because that lesson's gonna be reinforced for the next 5 months over and over and over again. Now, maybe it's not that bleak, but again, this is just like us unlearning our own patterns, being able to kind of fight through the stress, the burden, being honest with ourselves about what it is, i.e. that cluster of planets, Venus, Saturn, North Node, Neptune, being aware of what those dynamics are and then making changes accordingly. And there's a lot of benefit to doing that this week, a lot of benefit on the horizon, Taurus. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I super appreciate you. I hope you found messages that resonate for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you do. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.